Wow. That's horrible. Oh, Ankita. You spot Ankita on the track to the farm stack. She has a box on her shoulder and is working her way down the slope. She sees you as she approaches. Neither of you speak for a moment. She looks tired, pale. Her hair is tangled and clumps of dirt cling to her armor. You both eye each other. Ankita. She holds up her hand. Sleeper? She takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for what happened. I truly am. She looks down. I'm sorry you ended up in the middle of this. When all you have shown me is kindness, she rubs her face. I'm sorry. It's okay. She nods and looks up to the stars. I've never... She stops herself. Thank you. Ankita shifts her weight of the box on her shoulder. I've been preparing for... She grimaces. Look. Can you come with me? It's easier if... What? If you see it. She finishes. It's just down the way. Ankita leads down the dirt path between the pillars. There's a winding passing through the greenway. A quirk of the air currents in the biosphere maintains, and it ruffles the leaves softly. The sound makes the silence more obvious, more complete. You try not to think of the last time you were here. You've been trying not to think of it for the past few cycles. The image of the sleeper sprawled, twisted open, connected to the ship mind, has been hard to forget. You realize Ankita is leading you back there, back into the drum at the center of the stack. You pause, trembling a little at the threshold. She turns. What are you doing? She looks at you with empty eyes. What needs to be done? You stand on the threshold and look up at the tanks, green and wet, some glowing with flickering grow lamps. You look down at Ankita, suddenly so small under this hulking ruin, the smallest she has ever looked. She places the box down. I'm gonna follow her in. You follow Ankita into the stack through a low tank, entering the drum at the ground level. It is just as beautiful as you remember, but it barely touches you. Instead, you check the apertures of the tanks for the glint of the weapon or shadow among the moss. Ankita stops, and you look down. The mossy island at the center of the tank is clear now, the equipment cleared away, and in its place a mound of dirt, loosely covered with moss. Ashton's rifle stands straight, half buried in the dirt, at the gravel's head. I buried them together, Ankita says without turning. You both stand there in silence for a little while. You think of questions you could ask about Ashton, about the sleeper. How long did you know him? She takes a moment to respond, and for a moment you think she won't. But then the words come gushing out. He signed on a while ago. He used to run recon for a corporate outfit, but he got sick of the pay. He joined the crew as a sniper, and the first few jobs were a breeze. He was so cold and disconnected. He always hit his marks. The last few jobs, though, he was different. I noticed that. We had a period of extended shore leave on the Eye, and when he came back, he was changed. I assumed he just had too much time off. He was right. I never would have given him that ship mind. I wouldn't have believed him. I've had crew members double-cross me, undercut me, rat me out. That's the business. He wasn't a good person. None of us in this job are. This is how we die. Alone. She stops, not sure of what to add. It seems like she's reaching for something, but she can't quite get there. You feel that gap between you. As you do, it widens. The water drips. The moss trembles. You both stand in silence for a little while longer. You both feel it. Life. Creeping back in. The silence ending. Ankita shifts her weight and then starts to walk out. You follow her, suddenly eager to be back out in the open space of the greenway. To be away from this place forever. You stand outside and breathe the fresh air. You stare at the green leaves and the stars wheeling up from above. That's it, says Ankita from somewhere behind you. You try to think of something you can say, but you can't. Ankita puts a hand on your shoulder. You turn back to her. At least take this, she forces a handful of cryo chits into your hand. It's what I owe. She looks at you desperately. You look down at the metal bars, ugly little things. You open your hand and let the chits fall to the floor. They clunk to the dirt, and she does not pick them up. You turn without saying a word and continue down the track. She does not follow. As you walk up the rise, the wind picks up and she leaves, and the leaves shudder. You walk faster, trying to outpace your anger. You think of those ugly metal bars in the dirt. A life has to be worth more than that. It has to be. I got 2 upgrade points. I need 3 to do something like that. Agent nodes give double data rewards. That would have been nice a little while ago. Once per cycle. Think I'm gonna. Because if I could reroll that and get at least 1/6, I'd be much happier, man. Click that bad boy. Great. Come on, give me a positive. Yes! Wonderful. Okay. Don't need to worry about that now. We're gonna do this. Cross the rim. Head up north. 3 cycles and then it leaves. Oh. Are those ships back yet? Oh, you're in. 16. Random scrap item. Nice. Last one. And nice. Okay. Okay, I can heal myself for 4 turns, so I can actually focus on something that's going to get me something else. Cross the greenway again. Let's go into... Maybe we can get those mushrooms in the greenway. That's going to be something that I can get... I don't think data is going to help me at all here. Okay, going green or going green +1, but that's a danger one. I don't want to do a danger one. I want to do something that could get us some going green, baby. Let's use just a 3 for right now. That's fine. Try it again, if not in the lead. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, we're gonna go eat some mushrooms. But what the? Why would I do that? Eat the mushroom. Yes. Go back up. Click the bad boy. Cross the greenway. Oh. Are you kidding me? This is where it's at? Okay. Either way, let's finish the greenway right here. Give me what I want. Yes. That's what I wanted. Nice. Cut away the choking vines, stop the rot, and this place could be turned back into garden of sorts. Ooh, I could garden. Mushroom groves. Is this where I can get the gyro caps? Greenway, gyro caps. Yes. And I can get spores for... Oh, here we go. This next turn is going to be enlightening. Okay, so I'm going to cross. I need to see how many spores she needs. Oh, she wants 1 spore? Okay. And he needs how many caps? 3 caps. 3 caps, 1 spore. I could do that. I need to feed my cat. Fix my condition. and cycle. Okay. The scrap for fixing my condition is a godsend. 2 6s. Oh, Mortiz, sleeper. Mortiz is waiting for you on the way out. How you been? Busy. I see, he nods. Well, I'll get right to it then. Bliss sent me down. We scored another contract and she needs your help. That's the message, he pauses. Look, I know the last time the payment didn't go through, but you did good work. Bliss knows that. It's no problem. Okay then. He pauses again. She's doing your best. She's doing her best, you know? I know. He nods. I'll see you up there. Mortiz turns and strides off, leaving you in the corridor. Time to help Bliss. Maybe this time you think to yourself it'll work out. Okay. How much time is on this contract? Whoa. Good grief. What in the crap? I guess do this? The sycamore seeds need to be reinforced and sealed, otherwise the crop will be lost. Okay, I could do more later. Descend. And then cross. Cross the greenway. Let's get... Let's get some spores. That's 1. I got 1. Okay, give me a positive, please. Okay, I got the spores. I can give her the spores now. And then I can go help. Help them. I still have a 2. What if I? No. We'll keep doing what we're doing right now. We're gonna give her the spores real quick so we can get this crap going. What? 3 spores. She needs 3 spores total. Oh my goodness. Well, let's risk it for a biscuit. Wait, hold on. Let's eat some food first. His is just a one-time thing, which is gonna be nice. Okay, now I've got the 4 energy. Who knew eating so many mushrooms would help me out? Definitely not me. Come on. There's a high chance. Yes. That's what we needed. Okay, now all is fair. I will give the one lady... there she is. She also needs 3. Nope. We're gonna start with the one lady I've already promised stuff to. Sorry. She helped me out when times were tough. Now I gotta help her out. It's 2 out of 3. Next turn, she'll have her stuff. So, feed the stray. Fix my condition. And end cycle. I'm not going to be able to get Lem onto that ship, but I don't want to be a slave forever again. I already escaped that once. I want to be free. And if that means that Lem and I have to work together to be free in a different way, then I'm willing to do that. But I'm not going to do that. I have 2 scrap left. Okay. Self-sustained community. Chiro caps. Hmm? -2 energy, -1 condition. I'll put the 5 there. It'll just secure it anyway. Boom. Another one. 50% positive. Throw me at it. Come on. That's what we needed. Come on, guys. Okay, Giro caps. This is going to get me my last one. That's my third cap. No cap. Okay. Place that bad boy in there. See what we got. Oh. Give me a neutral. Give me a neutral. That's the good stuff. Oh, I should probably take a look at... Okay, no, we're good. We're good. So I'll spend next turn's points on that. Hey. Cool. He's good. Go into here. Homegrown. She's working on her stuff now. Oh no, I can't eat from him. This may pose as an issue. Well, I guess not, because there's this place right here. No, there's not. This place right here. Also, no, there's not. I can go eat food from the farms. Or I can save my money because it's only 2 per cycle. Yeah, it's only 2 per cycle. We will put a component in to fix my... Okay. And we'll end the cycle. Oh, a 6 and a 5. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna put this 5 in here. Get a 6. Give me my component that I need. Thank you. Now we're gonna eat from the mushroom guy. I can't. I have to eat from the farm. Not exactly my favorite, but better than nothing. Here. Ooh, yes. 2 grove spores. That should be enough for the experiments. And 3. Okay. Sleeper. Rico greets you with so much as looking up from her work. Without so much as looking up from work. I have some of yours here. Come see. She beckons you over to a heavyweight looking console, wired to a series of specimen jars, some of which contain your spores. What does it say? The spores you have here are a real cocktail of selection of types from within the groves. But I've been able to isolate a few. She taps one of the specimen jars. Here we have a... I don't even know. Tracholoma Matsutake. Oh, the Matsutake mushroom. Rico breezes through the Latin and Japanese pronunciation as if it was nothing. A species Solheim somewhat modified for use on the station. She brings up a panel on her console showing a chemical compound, all gradient bars and obtuse acronyms. This is a composition of the Solheim modified Matsutake spores. Am I supposed to understand that? Not entirely, no, but I think you'll understand this. Rico brings up another panel identical to the layout, but with wildly different colors and numbers. You see, this is what your Matsutake mushrooms look like. They aren't the same? That's the conclusion, yes? Rico glances at the specimen jar, as if it might have something to add. They are fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals. She leans back and sighs. Solheim may have introduced their own tweaked versions in the beginning, but the groves have and still are affecting them. Do they still grow? Exactly. She smiles. What I wondered. She moves to another desk where two trays sit side by side. The first contains nothing but plant mulch. The second, you smell before you even look at it. The pungent aroma of the fruiting matsutake, like rotting, sodden overalls, placed in an edge of spice. The matsutake here are grown from Solheim stalks, pulled from a spore vault in this complex. She winks. They are delicious, by the way. She sets them aside. The empty tray is germinated with the spores you collected. No activity, no germination, nothing. But the groves are full. Yes, they are. Rico looks at you directly, and you suddenly realize how much she's enjoying this. So here's the puzzle, sleeper. Spores in the groves won't grow in the lab, but gathering fruiting bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need to grow a fruiting body from some of these spores so we can track it. Understand it. In short, I need to become a mushroom farmer. Actually, I already started. Rika looks impressed. Well, an eager mycologist. I never had guessed. I assume you set yourself up in the aviary? I've been eyeing that place up for its proximity to the groves. Bring me whatever grows, not just matsutake. There's more than a couple of variants in there, so I'll need plenty of samples. She plucks a matsutake cap from the tray. These little things are reflections of the conditions they smell, their taste, their chemistry. It all derives from the conditions of their growth. She smells the cap. Enough of these, and we'll have a picture of what is happening here, of the ways in which this biosphere is modifying itself, or being modified, whichever the case may be. Rico pops the matsutake cap into her mouth, taking you by surprise. And don't worry, sleeper, she says, softly chewing. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'll make sure not a single mushroom will go to waste. Okay. Cross the rim, and let's go help Bliss. Alright, Bliss, what you got for me? Already did that one. Positive. Come on, shoot me across. Let's go. Just neutral, probably. I'm guessing. Yeah. And safe. Give me a positive. Oof. Okay, and leave. Lemon Mina. There's a crowd, but you spot Lemon Mina immediately as you enter the dock. They are anchored, like everyone else, along the viewing platform, watching the final stage of the sidereal horizons loading in preparation. Lem. He turns and searches nervously through the faces to see who called. He then spots you, and a weak smile passes across his face. You move up and join him on the platform. We decided to come and watch in the end. He nods, a sleepy-looking Mina whose bright eyes are locked on the yellow hole of the sidereal horizon. Meanie wouldn't let me stay away. I'm glad. Lem smiles again. I wasn't sure if I'd see you up here. Mina turns to you and flashes you a smile too. You three watch the ship for a while in the same hushed state as most of the crowd. All the anger seemed to have faded out of those who didn't make the crew. Perhaps down in the low end, the tambour is full of angry workers drunkenly denouncing Celis. But up here, the atmosphere is reflective, somewhere between a funeral and a ritual. You seem to have a lot on your mind, friend. Lem puts a hand on your shoulder. Want to tell me what's been bothering you? I'm worried about you. Us? He reflexively strokes Mina's head. Don't worry about us. He turns away from the ship to face you. You think this is the worst I've been through? Then you're wrong. Lem puts Mina down beside him. She kicks off glides to the viewing window and presses her nose against it. You know, there's been plenty of cycles where I thought Mina would be better off without me. Who am I to decide her life for her? To drag her through? He gestures around the eye. All this. But when I see her smiling, I see her dealing with things, making fun out of nothing, it reminds me that she's the one dragging me through. This is her world now, and who am I to decide it isn't good enough for her? You ever hear of the three-body problem? This again. Yeah, right. So you have these three bodies moving in space, affecting each other, and the results can't be predicted. Lem starts trying to demonstrate with his hands, wheeling them around each other as he speaks. That's how I see us. Me, Mina, and you now. We're all bodies in space, and we can't see how that's going to work out for us. But the important thing is that we're all affecting each other, right? It's not just one of us calling the shots, making the decisions, shaping the others. Each of us is equal, pushes and pulls and pushed and pulled and turned. And maybe there's enough bodies too, right? Maybe there are other bodies too, right? The I, Esther, a few units down, other kids, other systems. Oh, the whole Helion solar system itself. And some of these bodies have bigger forces, bigger effects, but none of them, not one, can totally dictate the movements of the others. So the whole thing keeps spinning and going, and in the middle of it is us three. And everything we do has an effect, a real effect in the system on each other. And if we move together and push together, hell, maybe the effect can even grow. Maybe chaos can help us. He stops suddenly, noticing how rapid his speech has become. He drops his hands to his sides. Well, that's it. I understand. Lem nods and turns back to Mina as the docking clamps release on the side reel horizon. A tremor goes through the watching crowd, but no one speaks. Mina, suddenly scared, kicks off from the window and glides back into your arms. She settles there. The lack of gravity, meaning you can't feel her weight, only the grip of her small hands on your clothing. Then the side rail horizon leaves. The spectacle of a vast machine doing the job it was built to do, hypnotizing half the crowd into stunned silence. But despite the scale of the endeavor and your part in it, you can't feel proud or even impressed. What you see instead, as Mina clings into you for comfort, is that same system Lem just described for you. In it, the side rail and the Celis Foundation are as vast as the sun around which millions of other bodies orbit. Their scale is terrifying, and the breadth of their influence impossible to conceive. Yet here is this small, nested system of Lem and Mina, of you, of the I with its orbits and transits, and the people that are linked to it. Those vast forces can be encountered. They shift you, yes, and the people around you, but they do not negate the pole of friendship, the orbits of community. As the side rail moves away from the dock, you think of the bodies on it, those thousands of cryosleepers that, like the person you once were, have given themselves over to that system. You imagine each of them has their reasons, their dreams, their fears. But you worry for them. You worry that they have shackled themselves to something so much bigger than themselves that it would crush them without a thought. The thought makes you bring Mina closer, holding her too. As you do, Lem puts an arm around you both, and you stand together like that for a while until bright spots of the sidereal horizon drives have faded into the dark, and it is time to go home. Oh, what? That's the end of the game? I had no clue that was going to be the end of the game. I didn't even set up a garden yet. I wanted to figure out why the mushrooms were growing. I thought there'd be a better way for me to try and get Mina and Lem out. I could have thought the mercenary lady, I could have talked to her to get Mina and Lem out, since she's got a ship drive. And it's just nothing? Wow. Wow, okay. That was a good game. I have a lot of reading, but it's heavily story, so a lot of fun. Wow. Whoa. A strange choice. Castor stands behind you at the rail, watching the pinpricks of light from the sidereal horizon's drives disappear. But perhaps not unexpected. You turn to look at Castor, is beaming at you with an unsettling warmth. Aren't you angry? About what? He squeezes your shoulder. I only wish for you to exercise that strong drive of yours. If it happens to align with my own, then it is pleasing to me. But if it does not, I cannot punish you. About Celis? Castor looks at the stars. Indeed, that is a matter which worries me. Sandre Celis has taken a step back from the public eye. It seems some internal struggles are paying out without their pristine halls. Castor sighs, but I doubt core politics are of much concern to you. Castor moves along the rail. The eye, though, that seems to be your primary concern, am I right? I have unfinished business. He pats you on the back. Don't we all? It is the nature of life to leave things unfinished. I have more projects that I can count, so many games still to play and things to learn. May your future cycles be as fruitful as my own. Castor turns and starts to clunk away in his mag boots. I'll be keeping an eye on you. If you don't mind, sleeper. He waves as he walks. My curiosity remains piqued. Once he leaves, you stay a little longer at the rail and watch the stars, thinking about all those people on the sidereal horizon, drifting towards an unknown future. Well, crap. I don't know. Okay, let me finish a couple things, I guess. That's gonna be... I can't eat there. I gotta eat at the farm. Cross. Go to the farm. And then eat. And then go to the home. Fix myself. And then end cycle. I'm psychotic. I'm psychotic. Narcotic. Cause I'm bionic. Barely even human.